Are you guys going to do anything on like applications that pull all the information into one application? You know, like the ones that can pull comments from Facebook and Twitter and like all.
We don't have a session set up for that, but we are certainly willing to talk about that stuff, and it may be that if that's something that maybe go on the forum and
okay.
if we can get people to say that would be interesting.
Because I think it would be very useful to people like who are new to the technology and like all of a sudden they're setting up like 6 new accounts. They're like.
Like seismic.
Yeah, and I mean, TweetDeck, and there's actually some statistical monitoring things that pull in from these things. Some of those are helpful.
Yeah, post something on the forum and see if there's enough interest, then that'll tell us we can do that. Also, it's good for other people to see that you're having that question.
Right, exactly.
I'm not sure what that question was about. I don't even know what's TweetDeck, and I don't understand your question.
So I'll try to explain, because I think I do, is that in Facebook, you've seen what you can get in Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's sort of its own little silo world. And in Twitter, when you go and look at that, that's a different type of content. There's a lot of overlap with that. But what would be nice is instead of having to check 2 different things, if you could have something that allows you to check one thing. And what type of information can you get out of that?
Okay, So I wouldn't have to go into Twitter and see all the tweets I'm interested in, and then into Facebook. It would all
You can see it all in one.
be in one spot. Okay.
Right.
I did understand, but this is.
So this isn't one that's is absurd. I don't know if they're even out of beta yet. And I hope we don't have sound. Thanks a lot. But it allows you to see what's going on with it. So this would be one of the examples of having a lot of different systems in there, but they're turning it into one application.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is brand new. Memorize is brand new.
Yeah, it came out a little while ago, but I don't see the beta sign on it, so I think it's a real boy now.
Cool.
It's a very cool way of scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the new age scrapbooking.
Yeah. So, and this is just a paper prototype, but obviously the if you signed up for it.
Oh, I thought that was a good.
Somebody will come to your house and print out all these things and put them out on your floor. So.
And then you paste it into a scrapbook.
Yeah.
With stickers.
And then you write on it?
You've got some good stickers, maybe. Yeah.
That's cool.
So try it out. Try out Facebook or Foursquare and see what you can find out. Location isn't for everybody, but I think it's got a growing value and I think a lot of the fears are exaggerated a bit.
Fears, meaning?
Well, so for
someone
example,
find you that you don't want to find you?
people, as you walked into this room,
Yeah.
there was an entire town that noticed, if they wanted to, that you were doing so. There was an entire room of people in this library that noticed that you came through here. So your location is not this private thing that people think it is.
Okay.
But when it's in digital form, suddenly it takes on a new permanence and it's easier to go check in the past, and there's something about that shift that is really unsettling for people.
So some people could track your patterns of where you are
Yes.
during the week in general, if they, like a stalker.
Yes, but here's the thing
But
about
that's very
stalking.
rare.
Is a low percentage, and most of the people that are really at risk of stalking or that
Won't
become
use this
stalkers,
stuff.
well, they know you already. That it's not going to be somebody sitting in another state that's saying, oh my goodness, look at this, I can find out who this, and now I'm going to travel and go find this person at this moment. It's more, that type of behavior is more about people you know.
Okay.
That isn't to say things don't happen, but
Right.
they happen without Foursquare.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.